Today I'll be featuring a powerful, hardworking entrepreneur. So tell me briefly about yourself.
I'm Helen Machika. I'm an agronomist. I do urban farming. I do greenhouse farming. I help other farmers set up similar gardens in their homes, backyard gardens, so that they are able to have fresh food for themselves and also to sell and be able to get some money.
Oh,
I also do training for farmers in different areas.
thank you, Helen. So, how did you start? Did you go to school for these things, or how? Is it just passion?
I went to school, I studied agriculture. I went to Makerere, I studied agriculture. But I also have passion for agriculture. I really, really love farming. I was employed for some time and then I decided to go solo in 2013 and I started doing this on my own. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, tell us what challenges you have faced, because it looks like for you, as people are still locked down, agriculturalists, you're the lucky people who have the stickers and who are still moving. Are there any particular challenges that you have faced during this time, the COVID time?
Yes, uh, it's still a bit of a challenge right now. We cannot move still, even if the president said people in agriculture can move. But I, for example, cannot move with my whole team until we've gotten that sticker, which is a process which we are trying to get. But that has become a challenge, and also my clients are not able to come and pick their seedlings, so they have to incur an extra cost of delivery. And then generally, the weather has also been a challenge, though it's not a lockdown thing, but it's been very hot, and most urban areas don't actually have water right now. So that hinders a bit of our activities.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I would like to ask just some really personal questions in terms of you and agriculture and how people view agriculture. You're a young lady, I can see, and many young ladies feel like, oh, it's a dirty job. I would prefer to work in it, but have somebody to actually do the work for me. But I see your hands on. What advice would you have for them?
You know, we have a saying in the farming world that a farmer's footsteps are the best fertilizers. With farming, you cannot do phone farming. You need to be there yourself. You need to be able to touch the soil and really see how it is. You need to be present where the thing is taking place. For me, I have people that I work with, but I participate. With that, I'm able to actually tell them what I want them to do and show them exactly how I want them to do it. Because in my home, I do the same thing. Everybody in my home gets down and does the farming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, you talked about an agroeconomist. Yeah?
Agronomist.
Agronomist, yes. That's a new term I've learned today. Oh, thanks to Crystal Mind. Anyway, what particularly do you deal in? Yes, you've said seedlings, agriculture. What seedlings in particular?
I have greenhouses, but one has been specifically made or designed for raising seedlings. We raise all types of vegetable seedlings, vegetables, herbs, and spices. The vegetables are a variety. They range from kale,
Mm.
mawiki, spinach, parsley, celery, green pepper, the capsicums, the red and yellow, carrots, everything, all. We
Okay.
have them. And then in the greenhouses, we grow cherry tomatoes, English cucumbers, we grow sweet peppers.
Yeah, and the list goes on.
Yes.
So today you're particularly in a client's backyard, and you're going to set up. So, friends, I decided to trail along with her to make sure that I show you exactly how she does it. And if you want her number, reach Crystal Mind. I think this is something that we all need. And I think it's a motivation for people who would like to get into agriculture. What is your view on some people taking agriculture as a retirement kind of thing? When should they start it? When should it be started?
People should, agriculture is something that you should have started, you do it all along, as in don't wait for your retirement age to come before you start. You can do agriculture alongside your other jobs, and then it is in the minds. We need to change people's attitudes. Agriculture is not a dirty job. Agriculture is the source of our lives. Without agriculture, people wouldn't be alive, because we are the ones that produce food. And why we are actually doing it in the urban areas, we are trying to consider those, especially the youth, who think they only need white collar jobs. With this, we are able to actually, now we've innovated what we call hydroponics, where people don't have to touch the soil. They can actually grow crops with water. Using water, they put all the nutrients the plant needs in water, and you can do that in pipes, you can do that in buckets, so that it's more interesting and fun to do it. So we are trying to make youth enjoy this by innovating stuff, things like that.
Okay, so you have had, you don't have to wait for retirement for you to get into agriculture. Some people out there are moving the world over, are moving Uganda over to look for a big piece of land, maybe 5 acres, maybe 10 acres. So this client you're working with today, how big is their backyard? Because some people are going to say, some people are rich, they have backyards of like 5 acres. Is it big enough? Can someone work on their 50 by 100 plus their car parked plus and it's plus having a compound along with the farm?
Yes, they can. A 50 by 100 is quite big. Actually, this area, you'll probably see it later. It's not so big, but because of the techniques that we use, we are able to put here a lot of vegetables, because we utilize both the ground space and the upper space. For example, we do some planting on the walls. We shall be able to show you that when we are done. We plant on the ground and then also on the upper part of the wall. So you actually don't need a big space to be able to grow. Like now we are using these containers, these bags, so that we're able to maximize the space. The place has other crops growing, but there is space in between, and that is where we're going to put our garden.
Okay, so I'm going to let you go back to work, and people just keep hanging on, because we are going to show you, we are showing you from the start as she's packing, and then we are going to show you the finished product when she's done. So Bambi, don't be there and say for you don't have space. That's not an excuse anymore. Maybe just one last motivation that you can give people before I let you go back to work.
The other thing I give people, I want to tell you that it's very interesting, very fulfilling to go to your backyard and harvest your own vegetables and then go and cook them, or go and harvest your leafy vegetables and make fresh juice out of them. With this, you're able to control what goes in your garden. What chemicals are you spraying? Maybe you're using organics. Even if you're spraying, you know exactly what you're putting in your garden. You're not going to go to the market and take all these harmful crops that have been sprayed with harmful products. But the beauty of backyard garden is that it's near you. You can harvest anytime, and then they're fresh, and you know that they're healthy.
Okay, just one last one. Yeah. Is it just for us, or you can link people up with markets?
Oh yeah, we have a number of people that we personally supply, and we cannot supply them enough. So especially those who buy the seedlings from us, we are able to refer you to those people who can buy your products. I actually buy some of the products myself.
Oh, okay. Yes. So guys, hang in there. I found this beautiful lady at work. Nobody said farming is not cool. The way she's cool with her, the way she's packing her bags, you see. The rest of us, the rest of you, some of you are just sleeping. Get up and do something. It's a lockdown. Make a difference in your life. So urban farming has started laying her garden. As you can see, she's doing what she does best. Ladies and gentlemen out there is no space that is so small for her kind of work. She can always make it work for you. Like she said, footsteps of our farmer are the best fertilizer indeed. She's hands-on with what she does. Okay. So now we are working on planting cucumbers. And so Helen is going to show us exactly what you do.
So after putting the soil in the bags, we water. So we put enough water for each bag.
So now we are putting enough water in each bag. Can you provide us the bags or we have to buy them ourselves? How?
I provide.
Okay.
But you can also access them.
Okay.
Yeah. Then now I'm going to plant. This is cucumber seedling. So I make a hole and place, and then just put back.
Okay, do you guys see? Have you noticed how she's done the hole with her hands, her bare hands? So Mwahali, you're with slave fingernails. You might want to rethink what you want to do. So we have planted some cucumbers. Are these English or normal? Normal ones. Something exciting is coming up. I'm looking. What are these? These are tomato seedlings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I place one per bag.
Now you showed us how we plant the different seedlings in the bags. So what exactly are you doing now?
I'm making what we call hanging gardens.
A hanging garden.
Yeah. So with this, we have bottles. These are soda bottles. We cut them into half. Here we plant things that have shallow roots that are not so deep. So here we're going to put coriander.
Okay.
So we've made several holes for water, excess water to drain out. And then for us to put a string to hang, I put that and then I make a knot. I do twice. Then it folds. And also on this side, I do the same thing. I make 2 knots. After that, now I have my bottle.
Okay.
So then I put my mixed soil. So
Okay.
soil enough to make the coriander grow well. So this is what we're going to hang on the wall, like those ones.
Like those ones. Okay, this is nice. So Helen, I'm really, really impressed. And I'm one day I'll come to you and you make for me this kind of garden. I just want you to give us one last word. The costing, is it very expensive for somebody to start? Can they start with some little money saved up? Exactly, it's the costing and then your final conclusion.
This backyard garden is not expensive. One, you actually use these containers if you really don't have space. But if you have space as small as what would be your flower gardens, like this, you can actually just dig up the soil, put some manure, and then you plant. Because with this, instead of flowers, this you can actually eat. So somebody doesn't need a lot of money to start. Even with 100,000 you can start. Because with that, you can buy seedlings. You get charcoal dust from your own kitchen, and then you can use broken bottles, soda bottles that people usually throw. You can use broken basins, all those. So you really don't need much to start.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Your final goodbye word to an entrepreneur out there, to somebody who wants this as a supplement, a source of income, and then maybe your where we can find you.
My last word to people out there is you don't have to look at one job. You can do this as a side hustle and you make some money, because I know what you produce, you can use it to feed your family and then save up on that money that you would have used to buy food. I'm found in Kasangati on Seninde Road. Yep.
Okay, thank you very much, Helen. That was Helen, and we have seen what she's been doing. People, if you want her contact, just get in touch with Crystal Mine. We trailed with her practically to where she was doing her work. Like I promised you, every Tuesday, we are going to be bringing you different entrepreneurs. These have been spring onions. She has done these green peppers, right? Yeah. These are green peppers over here. So basically, guys, tetugana kukulaakulana toli mwavu mutego gwe mwavu. So finally, this is what Helen has put together. You have spinach, you have green peppers, kuma wiki, you have strawberries, you have baby spinach, you have kale, parsley, tomatoes, cucumbers. It's a beautiful garden. We hope and pray that it sprouts. Okay. Thank you, guys.